Okay, guys, my name is Joe, and I'm a longtime YouTube video watcher, including QDC for model building and a lot of the military model channels, as well as some of the wargaming channels, and of course, Dr. Cranky for the cars, and plasmoplastic models also for cars. I haven't built a plastic kit since I was like, I don't know, maybe 13, so it's been way more years than I care to admit. I have been a long time miniature painter. I paint miniatures, 6mm type stuff, 28mm stuff. Those are all my works in progress. So I do a lot of Warhammer. I do a lot of those things. So I've built like, Warhammer 40K kits and stuff. So hopefully this won't be too far away. And I love to paint. So we're going to try this. I like unusual stuff, and I'm not an all-pro model builder, so this is kind of, this is kind of a total idiot builds models. I would like to say it's the idiot's guide to model building, but it's really not, because I'm not even a qualified model building idiot. I am a almost rank amateur when it comes to building car models. So I decided I love this car, mostly because Batman owned one in the animated series. It's also considered one of the most beautiful cars that America has produced. It is the 37 Cord convertible, and I think it's a model 810, or maybe it's the 812. I'm not sure. The box is pretty standard cover art. It's a 1/24th scale model. It's built by Lindbergh. In reviews of the kit online, there are a lot of criticisms of this model. One of them being that it doesn't really come as advertised. In other words, the tires apparently are not white walls. The wheels may be different, and there are no head fog lights for the car. So this is, somebody's build to sort of, shine it up. There's the back of the model. I haven't quite, sorry for the cough. I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to build this as stock out of the box, or whether I'm going to actually do some sort of trick rod. I don't think I'll do a rat rod, although, Dr. Cranky would say everything should be better ratted out. I don't think I will do a rat rod with this build. I may get another cord and do some things for him. I like the car a lot. I think it's beautiful. And there weren't very many of them built, so you don't see a lot of, collectors doing chops and drops and all of these things. So one nice thing about the model, the styrene form, is we can do things to cars that would be, ridiculous on something that is actually a collector's item. So I may do custom paint. I haven't really decided. So we open it, and I gotta confess that I opened this once before, but that video was really screwed up and really long, and it was my first YouTube video ever. So this is only my second YouTube video, so it's also really lame because I don't have anything right. I'm doing it on an iPhone. So the first thing we see is the chrome parts. They look good. There's a lot of chrome on this car, including the dashboard. The engine is apparently chrome, although I don't know if I'm going to do an engine build. If I do, I would have to de-chrome the engine and rebuild over it. One of my favorite things about these old cars is these exhausts that come out of the front end. These are in chrome, obviously. They should be. They look a little skinny to me, so I might actually sort of get an idea for the feel and see if I can find some plastic tubing or something that is corrugated like that, and use that. If it's a little thicker, I could customize out that. And then of course the wheels, hubcaps look like the ones on front. Okay, next we have the sides of the coffin front hood, probably what I would expect to be the front fenders, or maybe the rear fenders, and the trunk assembly. Oh, clear parts. The only clear part for this model is the windshield. The 37 Cord was actually a lot of firsts, and one of its firsts was that it had, those have got to be the it had enclosed lights. So the headlights were covered over. It was also the first front-wheel drive and also the first production supercharged car in America. All right, here is the frame, kind of the body tub, the front frame, and the interior seats. Sorry, out of focus there. I'm paying not attention through the vent lens. The interior seats, driver's seat, front seat, rear seat, that sort of thing. Okay. Now it looks like probably the wheel discs, the doors, the side doors, and the hood for the car, and it'll have, you know, grills on the side. I think there's some grill parts for it on the chrome thing. One more. Looks like probably the back seat, the steering wheel, the fan, and then the front would have to be the front fenders. Yeah, you can kind of see that those fenders, okay, there'll be two halves to the front fender. Let's see if I can zoom in and get this. Does the camera want to obey me? Okay, see that indentation on the front fender there? That is actually where the headlights come out. And they would be closed up. So, you know, there's a way of modeling them with open headlights. Could be done. The next thing we have is we have some decals. The decal sheet looks pretty good. Or decals if you're in Britain watching this. Don't know how many of those I'll use or what I'll do, but there's the decal sheet, decal sheet. All right, then the next thing we have, you can see the instruction sheet there. We'll get to that in a second. The next thing we have are the tires. They're vinyl tires. They're not white walls at any point, see, on either side. So I guess I have to make them white walls. But they also, relative to the scale, look maybe like they're a little thin. I may do different wheels and different white walls. I mean, how cool would this be with like big chunky fat back tires that are like old school white walls? Or I may just lowrider it out and get some white walls and some bigger rims and drop the thing, because, you know, we can do that with a kit. Here's the instruction sheet. Let me toss this aside. Here's the instruction sheet, kind of with your standard warnings in multiple languages, symbol guide, then assembly. Oops, sorry again for the cough. It looks like a single instruction sheet for assembly. Basically, each step seems pretty clear. Not a whole lot of parts. The first one is very clear. I don't think anything is really excessively busy here. They kind of give you the engine assembly, and again, there's not a lot of detail on the engine, so I haven't decided if I'm going to do an engine detail yet. Yeah, you can see the front fenders go together in the two halves there, so we will see. Then on the back we have the final assembly with the hood, and you can see the two side parts and the four chrome exhaust things, plus the bumpers, rear license plate, obviously no fog lights. Then we have the painting callouts for the car. The dashboard on these is pretty cool. It had kind of a patterned dashboard with some patterned styrene, so I don't know if it's possible to get some sort of chromed styrene in that weird metallic pattern, but I will try. And that's the kit. In any case, this has been my second YouTube video technically, and it's the first one I'll probably upload. I appreciate everybody's time and attention, and again, like I said, I am so far from being a model expert, it's ridiculous, so don't take my video as a how-to video other than how to screw up. But I thought it might be good to have somebody who is an abject beginner pretty much trying to build a model, and people can see that and feel better about their work because they'll see how bad mine is. Anyway, have a good day, and thanks for watching.